What's up YouTube? Today we'll continue with my series Investing in Greatness. Today's the number 23. You can check the other ones on my YouTube channel. There is actually a playlist for all of them. Today's player is Rivaldo, legendary player from Brazil, a key player in the pre-modern era and a player that you guys end up requesting quite a lot. So if in the end you end up enjoying this one, don't forget to leave a like, means a lot to me and is the best way to support my work. Apart from that guys, a lot of viewers, and I mean a lot, are not even subscribers. I don't understand why. You can change that, and if you are subscribing to the channel right now, thank you so much. So guys, let's move on into the video, and I need to start with a disclaimer. It will be a short one, but a very important one. No financial advice. I'll always do your own research. I'm a collector second and an investor. I'm a collector first and an investor second. I do not believe in timing the market. I believe time in the market. English, as you can see at this point, not my main language. Any types of mispronunciations, I'm sorry. So, Rivaldo greatness. Why I believe Rivaldo deserves to be part of the Investing in Greatness series? Well, I think it's quite obvious. Looking at his career, it's just an insane career. Look, this man ended up winning one-time Ballon d'Or, one World Cup, ended up being part of the best 11 for World Cup two times, on 98 and 2002, one-time Champions League, in this case with AC Milan, one Copa America, one Brazilian League, three times Greek League, two times Spanish League. I believe he actually ended up winning cups with Italy, in Italy, I'm sorry, and Spain. So much more than than what you guys are seeing on the screen. That is already quite a lot. In Instagram, he has 3 million followers, which is not that much for a soccer player, but that's actually goes direct into my point. This man was insanely good, but was also insanely humble, and not a lot of media. This guy was basically just a crazy good player. Actually, not in the same position, but in terms of personality, kind of remembers me Thomas Muller. If you know soccer, you know Thomas Muller is a legendary player. Not comparing Thomas Muller with Rivaldo, because winning Ballon d'Or, winning World Cup, being the man, etc. And to be fair, also Thomas Muller was the man on the World Cup that Germany ended up winning. So actually, there is even more similarities that I was thinking, but. Again, both legendary players, but not a lot of media. And this, of course, hurts the market a little bit for Rivaldo. So, Rivaldo is one of the first players I ended up becoming a huge fan. His club career was amazing, but every time this man played for Brazil, Rivaldo was the man. I personally believe Ronaldo was the best player for Brazil in both World Cups, 98 and 2002. I know in 2002, Ronaldo Nazário Lima, another legendary player, a GOAT player in his position, ended up winning the best player on the World Cup, in this case 2002, but actually thought that was quite unfair. Rivaldo was third, I believe Oliver Kahn was second, but for me, and you guys can do your own research on this front, and a lot of media in Brazil tends to agree with my opinion, Rivaldo was actually the best player for Brazil. Of course, Ronaldo having a little bit more marketing. And by the way, if you give the trophy of the best player for Ronaldo, you are not doing anything wrong, because Ronaldo was also that special. But personally, I thought Rivaldo was the man, and I actually thought between 98, 2002, 2003, Rivaldo was always the best player, or at least the most important player, better saying, for Brazil. Not trying to compare with Ronaldo, because Ronaldo in general ended up having a more impressive career, but I thought Rivaldo is quite undervalued, and a lot of times end up being treated in an unfair way, in my perspective. That being said, is up to debate. In 99 Copa America, he ended up actually being the best player of the tournament. So thank God he actually ended up winning something with, I'm talking about the individual award with Brazil, ended up winning the best player on the tournament, and actually the top goal scorer on the tournament. Actually, I believe Ronaldo ended up being tied with him, but it's more impressive for Ronaldo, since for Rivaldo, I'm sorry, because Rivaldo was the typical number 10. Again, his career was just insane. I have so much memories with with his time playing at Barcelona, at Brazil, that for me this man is special. And I hope you guys, if you are not aware of Rivaldo, or if you don't know the history of Rivaldo, again, do your own research and you guys will be impressed. There is so much content on YouTube about his career, about how underappreciated this guy is, even right now, for the soccer world. I'm not talking about the soccer card world, but I also believe that that's the case. That again, Rivaldo, legendary player. And let's move on into my favorite memory of Rivaldo. So I hope I don't get in trouble with YouTube for showing this goal. What a goal, come on, bicycle kick by Rivaldo. This was a game between Barcelona and Valencia, and this game was a crucial game for Barcelona because Barcelona needed to win this game to qualify for Champions League. The game ended up finalizing 3-2, and guess what? All 3 goals from this man, Rivaldo. The last one was this. So a lot of people, and if you go to YouTube or other Reddit, stuff like that, they consider this one of the best hat-tricks ever because it was super important. And to finalize the hat-trick, end up scoring, in my perspective, one of the best bicycle kick goals ever. So great stuff from Rivaldo, and this is one of my favorite memories. I remember watching actually watching, but not live. But I remember seeing this goal on TV, and I ended up becoming a huge fan of Rivaldo. And by the way, you guys are thinking, against Valencia. Look, Valencia was an insane good team at this time. I'm talking about Pablo Aimar, Ayala. If you don't know those names, you actually are not into soccer, because I'm talking about legendary players and they're playing in Valencia. So, moving on, great goal. Hope you guys enjoyed, at least if you did not know about this goal. So, Rivaldo rookie material, and this is actually a complex case. I thought Rivaldo was an easy player to do investing in greatness, but ended up struggling a little bit in a good way, because I actually love to do research. So, Rivaldo in Brazil at his early years ended up playing with Corinthians, a very popular club in Brazil, and Palmeiras, another huge club in Brazil. So there is 3 cards with, at least that I'm aware, and by the way, with Brazil, it's important to put this out there. Don't get surprised if more product end up appearing on the market, because it's still a market that lacks awareness in my perspective. I'm telling you what I know, what most of the market know right now. So Rivaldo rookie material with Corinthians, that for me tends to be the most important rookie material. Look, there is 3 cards. The sticker of 93, which you can consider the true rookie or the main rookie. Then there is 2 cards on a set with the name Multi-Editora Brazil that end up having this one, a typical action shot, and a cartoon card. I would say one thing, in general, I actually disagree with the market. I tend to like cartoons quite a lot. In this case, I actually do not like the design that much. I'm being transparent. I think this card is not that beautiful. In the other end, I love the action shot. I think the action shot is such a great card if you are a Rivaldo collector. And there is always that argument, the first sticker versus the first card. So for me, this is the true rookie card, and the other is the true rookie sticker. But I understand that the market goes for the Panini sticker quite more. I think all of those cards that you guys are seeing on the screen are great. In terms of eye appealing alone, I like the card a little bit more, this one, the photo card. But talking about what I would call the main rookie for Rivaldo, for big part of the market, is the Panini Abril Campeonato Brasileiro 93. This is the only release from 93. PSA total for this one is 35, and PSA 10 total is actually 0, being the top grade a PSA 9. A PSA 4 sold, and by the way, those prices are not, better saying, those prices are at the peak of the market, most of them, or close to that, and not the prices right now. So this actually puts in perspective what this card ended up being in the past. Go to eBay, go to PWCC, whatever, do your own research and see what the market is doing right now. The investing in greatness series, in general, I tend to put the peak of the market, if I believe is relevant, and for this case I thought was relevant. But do your own research. At the peak of the market, the PSA 4 sold for 1.1k. Actually, we'll go back into that a little bit later on the video. Another thing, guys, one way to support this channel is actually going to the description, and I will leave a couple of links for not all the cards, but most of the cards I will talk today. If you click on that link, they will redirect you to eBay, where you can actually check the cards, and if you end up buying anything, I get a commission. So if you want to support my channel, that's a good way to do it. Helps the channel a little bit. For you basically don't need to pay anything, and for me can actually help me quite a lot. So check the link on the description, and I'm already doing the research for you. But again, you should always do extra research if you think about buying anything. About this card, the action shot, PSA total is 7, PSA 10 total 0, being the top graded PSA a 5. But guess what? There is a SCC 7.5. That, of course, is a crazy good grade, since most of those cards, at least that I'm seeing right now on the market, they tend to have a lot of problems. They have black, the edges are black, so it's very easy to spot problems. That's why I believe condition rarity most likely will be a strong thing for a card like this going forward. For the cartoon one, PSA total is just 1. Not that I think this card is more rare, at least I have no information on that front. I just think that people do not like this card that much, as I personally also do not like that card as much. But you can still find them raw. I would not say easy, but it's not also that difficult. The only grade is a PSA 5. Looking at all of this, again, main rookie probably, not probably, at this point at least, is the 93 Panini sticker. The card I like the most in terms of eye appealing is the 94 Multi-Editora Brazil. The one I like the least is the cartoon one. If I have to buy a rookie card or the rookie sticker, it will be between those two. I think both options are quite great. And those again are the 3 cards. In this case, one is a sticker with Corinthians. But then, since I believe a lot of people will still consider rookie material cards for Palmeiras that actually are second year, so those 2 cards, for example, are in the same year as those 2, but I personally like more the ones with Corinthians, since they represent a older team. That being said, rookie material for Rivaldo is quite big, being real. You have a couple of releases on 94 and a couple of releases on 95, and probably, like I said, there is more product to be discovered. Those 2 are probably the most popular ones with Palmeiras. Both are in the same set. One is the typical photo, the other is the action shot. For this one, the PSA total is only 2, and the PSA 8 is the top grade. For the action shot, again, only two copies graded at PSA, but in this case the top grade is a PSA 6, that is actually the one you are seeing on the screen. Then there is a couple of more releases. For example, I found this card on eBay that says Campeonato Brasileiro 94, so means Brazil Championship 94. But I did not find any information that this card is 94 or 95. That being said, goes into my logic some type of rookie material with Palmeiras. If I have to choose between 94 and 95, I would of course choose the cards on 94. This is 95, another card from Panini Campeonato Brasileiro, and this is Super Cracks Panini, that I believe is 95 or 96. But as you can see, and this is just to have a general idea, those are something that at least big part of the market will still debate if they are rookie material or not. If I had to put money, probably those 3 cards will be the ones I would go for, and I would say the market gives a huge preference at this point for the 93 Panini, being this card the action shot, the one that is a little bit more close. So again, check links on the description. I will leave a couple of links for all of those cards, and you guys may find them attractive for you or not. So moving on, other relevant cards. In this case, I'm putting collector cards. Most of the cards you guys are seeing on the screen are actually quite easy to find, or even if they are not easy to find, they are still quite affordable. So the first card I end up choosing, and by the way, this is, I would not say random, because I end up choosing a card that I like. But for example, the first card is Mundichrome 96-97, the first card for Rivaldo with Deportivo da Coruña. By the way, Rivaldo played amazing on Deportivo da Coruña. To be fair, Ronaldo played amazing with Corinthians. Ronaldo played very well with Palmeiras. Ronaldo played amazing with Deportivo da Coruña. Legendary player for Barcelona. With AC Milan, to be fair, was not that special, but in general, Ronaldo was a player that it was very, very difficult for this man to not play at high level. So, end up choosing this one. There is more release on 96, 97 for Rivaldo. I believe there is a Bulicau card. There is a sticker from Panini. End up choosing Munichrome since I love Munichrome quite a lot, but again, if you prefer the Panini sticker, I also think that's totally fine. I like the photo on this one. It's a card that maybe you guys are aware because on this set, at least in the same season, Rivaldo ended up going for Deportivo da Coruña and Ronaldo ended up going for Barcelona. So you guys may recognize this design because you guys know about the Ronaldo card that is actually quite popular for his market. It's the first season with Barcelona. And this card for me is important for one reason. It's the first season at Europe, at the top level of competition. And in the future, I believe that narrative can actually increase quite a lot. But Rivaldo only played 1 year at Deportivo da Coruña. He played so well that Barcelona ended up buying him. So this is the first Munichrome card for Barcelona, in this case for Rivaldo. Instead of 96, is 97, 98. And I think it's another great card. Probably you can find this card for $5, $10. I honestly do not know, but I assume will be quite cheap. And if you are a fan of Rivaldo at Barcelona, like I was, this is a nice collectible to own. This is a Copa America 97 sticker. Again, very easy to find, still very affordable, probably a nice card to collect if you again love Rivaldo. This is the first sticker at World Cup level, 98 Panini France. Again, do not pay any type of premium for this stuff unless it's a PSA 10 and you are really sure what you are doing. But in general, Panini stickers for World Cup are quite common. But again, that being said, maybe it's not a great card to invest, but if you are a collector, and look, I love to collect random stuff, not random, I'm sorry, this is not random, but I love to collect stuff that, look, I know, probably I could be spending my money a little bit better in a Messi card, I don't know, a Van Basten card, but this is still cool, and for me sometimes, again, I'm a collector and then an investor. So great card, great sticker, and super iconic. Another card that I actually like a lot is the 2002 Panini World Cup Rivaldo, that this World Cup ended up being on Korea/Japan, and again they end up winning the World Cup. So in terms of being a historical card for Rivaldo, there is an argument on that because, like I said, ended up being one of the best players on the tournament, and the team ended up winning. So those are just some examples. There is way more than those. Like I said, there is a lot of cards with Deportivo da Coruña. There is a lot of cards with Brazil, with Barcelona, and I'm choosing those, but I'm not trying to say those are better than the other options. It's just the ones I end up liking in terms of design. Most of them are quite cheap. You can also look at ultra modern. I'm talking about patches. I'm talking about autos. Maybe even some parallels that make a throwback to the past, and they have Rivaldo, and you can still find a lot of cool product. Ultra modern is not my market, so I end up sharing with you things that I like in pre-modern. To finish this, we go into the Rivaldo market. Well, like I said, the prices that you saw in the first slide are not realistic right now, and this is actually a great example. So on 2020, 2 years ago, it's not even 2 years ago, but will be it will be soon. A PSA 2 sold for almost 1K. I'm talking about the 93 Panini sticker for Rivaldo. Look, not that long time ago, in this case, the PSA 2.5, so even a better grade, but very close to be honest, sold for $200. So you can see that the correction is quite huge, and this is actually a nice example because it's not like pop reports end up going bananas. I mean, probably at this time, and I don't have the information with me, maybe the pop was 10. So you can tell, yeah, 10 versus 30 is a huge increase. Yes, it's a huge increase in terms of percentage, but the pops are still quite low for Rivaldo. Another example is the card, the 94 card. Look at this, a SEC 1.5 on 2021 sold for $300. Right now a PSA 3, so better brand is more debatable, but a brand that people like more on PSA, and a better grade sells for not even $100. So you guys can see this is a huge difference. And this for me, again, since I'm playing the long run on the pre-modern market, on the soccer card market, if I'm investing in Rivaldo, also playing the long run, this shows me an opportunity. Again, can I tell you for sure that you buy this card right now for $100 and tomorrow is $20? Look, of course there is that scenario. We are talking about super speculative assets. I'll always put money that you are okay losing. I know this may sound weird because we never want to lose. But if you are investing in super speculative assets, this is something you have to keep in mind. Is that what I believe? No, I believe the soccer card market will do very well in the long run, especially if you buy cards with great fundamentals, and most of the rookie material for Rivaldo, I personally believe, have strong fundamentals. Going back to the other slide, come on. Just look at this, guys. Do you think those pops are crazy? Of course not. That being said, and I always love to put this disclaimer on Brazil cards. Look, Brazil, great country. I'm not even trying to say anything about Brazil, but the awareness is probably not great. So can this sticker one day be 100 copies graded? Of course it can. I mean, and probably will if I had to put money. That being said, if the market keeps growing, if more education comes into the market, can an entry point right now be good 10 years from now? I also believe that that could be the case. This is a super complex topic. Understanding demand is super difficult. And in soccer, understanding supply is also super difficult. That's why I keep saying, guys, I put information out there, but do your own research. And by the way, if you find something that I'm not aware, share on the comments, send me a DM on Instagram, because in the end, we all can learn from each other. So to finish this, by the way, today I thought my English was a little bit bad. I'm sorry for that, it is what it is. So conclusion, collect things you love, price what you pay, values what you get. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. For me, this was a fantastic investing in greatness. Talking about Rivaldo for me is a nice time, since he's one of my favorite players, and I hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys soon. Bye. Leave a like.